or SBI, SSC. So all these exams require aptitude skill. It's a must. So these kind of questions and approaches that we discussed today will give you some exposure and understanding, and definitely I will also discuss the correct strategy for preparation, how to make the study plans, and how to prepare, how to set your milestones. So all those things will be discussed as a part of this class. So in the beginning, I would like to tell you that this will be broken into two halves. In the first half, for first 45 minutes, you will be taken through a journey on quant area, that is maths area, post which we will send you one small assessment test. On completion of that assessment test, you will also be sent another link on the same email ID where you will get an exposure in that second half of the workshop. You will get an exposure on English and reasoning, which is also an integral part of all these exams. All right, guys. So I hope everyone is ready with pen and paper. And one request: for the optimum usage of internet, kindly switch off your video. Please switch off your video. In fact, I have sent you a few protocols on the chat box. Please maintain those protocols, guys. Thank you so much. So please be ready with a pen and paper. From the next slide, you will get a question on your screen. Please do answer in the chat box. Kindly remove this line. Someone has by mistake drawn a line on the screen. Can you please remove this line? Can you please remove the blue line that someone has drawn on the screen? All right. So just before I move on, I would request each of you to write your college name and your department in the chat box, and please send the message to everyone. Don't send any private messages. Please send the message to everyone. Please mention your college name and your uh, department. That's all. Please mention your college name and department in the chat box. Please do not send private messages. Oindrila, send the message to everyone. All of you, please send the message to everyone. Don't send private messages. Right? I just want to have a nice interaction between different students from different colleges, from different departments. Right? So we have people from NIT, we have people from GNIT, we have people from JIS Kalyani. Okay. Okay. Great. So we have people from HETC. Hi Aman, how are you doing? I hope you had interacted with me when I went to your college, right? So we have Shushmita, Priyanka, you have to mention your college name and department, right? And please change your profile names. Galaxy G7, that's Shushmita. Please change your profile name. I have mentioned that in the protocol. However, please mention your name and department and college name, please, right? So that I can carry on with the session. In terms of, by the way, for again, for the sake of Okay, we have students from Meghna Shah History of Technology also. Great. Okay. Okay, Abhijit. Okay, hi. So again, for the sake of usage of internet, I will keep my video in switched off mode. I hope that will be okay, but definitely I will always be connected to you um, uh, vocally and also through chat box, right? So once the messages come, I will start explanation of the question. Before that, let me find who else are left. Please send your details, guys, in the chat box. I can see some of the familiar names: Aniket, Ishita, Ananya, Debangon. I think I met you all in Meghna Chaha. I hope you guys are doing well, and all the other people also from JS Group of Colleges, Techno Group of Colleges, Hooghly Engineering College. Great to see you guys in the same platform. I'm feeling so nice. I just sincerely hope you all are staying safe and healthy. So are your family members. Please mention all the details. Those who are left, please mention it very, very quickly so that I can get started with the problem solving. All right. Okay. Now, uh, so what are we expected to do in this question? First of all, uh, if I need to understand with n number of people in a place, how many matches will happen in between them. So if I have n number of people, for example, if I have five people, so let's say I have P1, P2, P3, P4, and P5. I'm trying to make out how many matches will happen. So please understand, if I look at P1, he will play 4 matches, right? With all the other 4 people. Similarly, in fact, everyone will play 4 matches. So it seems it will be 5 into 4. But there is an error here. When I counted 4 for P2, I counted the match that he played with P1, which I also counted in case of P1, which means the match between P1 and P2 will be double counted. So that way, the correct number of match will be 5 into 4 by 2. So all I want to tell you is, with n people, the number of matches will be n into n minus 1 by 2. Now look here, they have said there were 45 matches where both of them were girls. So can we not say that if the number of girls is g, then g into g minus 1 by 2 is equal to 45. So if I solve, I will definitely get g into g minus 1 equal to 90, which is equal to 10 into 9. So I can comfortably say that g will be 10, right? So let me erase the first part. So if I now want to conclude about number of boys, I can say that if I have b boys, then as they have said, there are 190 games where both are boys. So b into b minus 1 by 2 is equal to 190, which means b into b minus 1 will be 380, 190 into 2, which is 20 into 19. So I can comfortably say that the number of boys will be 20, right? Now we have number of boys as 20 and number of girls as 10. So when there is a match where one player is a boy and the other player is a girl, then every boy will play one match with each of the 10 girls. So then there will be a total of 20 into 10, which means 200 matches, right? So there will be 200 matches in total where one player will be a boy and the other player will be a girl. So you do not really need formula, just need basic concept of counting. In fact, when we take this in an advanced level, this kind of questions are treated as permutation combination per se. That is not about formula, it is just about basic principles and concepts on counting. So I hope it was clear. Your answer to this question will be 200. Right, guys? So I will take you to the next question. Please try this one. Guys, please try this question. Those who are being able to approach, please share your answer in the chat box. Please do feel free to share your answer in the chat box. Thank you. I will explain within next couple of minutes. Till then, please try this and share your answer in the chat box. All right, so I think I should start the explanation for this question. Okay, so Orpon has come up with an answer. Orpon, very good attempt, I must tell you, very good attempt, Orpon. So let me see, let me look at the question. I think we got an answer from Aman also. Fantastic, Aman. So let me see, guys. First of all, see, if I take the cost of every article as 100 rupees, now, what is it that they have said? They have said when I sell X items, I will expect a profit of X%. Please understand this will be cumulative profit. It is not profit from Xth item. It is the total profit by selling X items. Now, how does it work? Let us understand what happens in case of item number 1, item number 2, item number 3, and so on. So if you look at the cost, the selling price, or rather if you look at cost and then if you look at the expected profit and then if you look at the sales price, how does it work? So when we are looking at the first item, please understand we are looking at 100 rupees. We want 1% profit on 100, which is 1 rupee, which means I will definitely sell it at 101. In the same way, when I look at the second item, the total cost is 200. So remember, I want total 4 rupees of profit, But out of that, I got 1 rupee of profit by selling the first item already, which means only by selling the second item, I will have to earn another 3 rupees of profit, which is why I will sell it at 104 because it will also have a cost of 100. So if I, 103, if I sell it at 103, then I will incur, I will have a total profit of 4 rupees, 3 plus 1, then it will satisfy. The same way, if you look at the total cost by selling 3 articles, it will be 3% on 300, which is 9 rupees. But from the first 2 items, you already got 4 rupees of profit, which means you need another 5 rupees of profit from the next item, which means it will be sold at 105. So if you look at this series, you get a series of odd numbers, right? 1, 3, 5, 7, etc. Now they have said for the fifth item, of course, you can see for the fifth item, you will have 5, 7, and then 9. So you will have to sell it at 109. Now this 109 is equivalent to rupees 218. See, they have already said it is sold at 218. So now they're talking about ninth item. Please understand, guys, if this is about fifth item, then you continue this series of odd numbers. So what will be your ninth number in that series? Yes, so that ninth number in that series will be 17, right? Because odd number works as 2n minus 1. So the ninth number in that series will be 17, which means you would like to sell it at 117. So the question is, if 109 is equivalent to 218, then 117 is equivalent to what? Yes, your answer will be 234. Right, guys? So definitely Lokesh, Ananya, very good. So I got correct answer from many of you. Fantastic effort, guys. So your answer will be definitely 234. Very good. Chalo. So I think you got it correct. Most of you, those who have answered got it correct. Others, I hope the explanation was clear. So your answer to this question will be 234, right? So let me take you to the next one. Right. First of all, someone has asked, is it 30 to the power 2720 or 3 to the power 2720? First of all, it is definitely 30 to the power 2720. Second of all, your name must not be connecting your, you must have a nice name. Please change your profile name so that I can address. Great, Mukesh, Siddhant, Shubhajit, Atoshi, great effort, guys. So let me understand this question. If you look at the number given, that is 30 to the power 2720, of course, I can break it into two parts. One will be 3 to the power 2720. One will be 10 to the power 2720. Now understand this portion 10 to the power 2720 will mean a series of zeros, right? So when they say the rightmost non-zero digit, then they are basically referring to the unit digit of this portion. Now understand the unit digit of 3 to the power 4 is 1, because 3 to the power 4 is 81, which means, and the powers of 3 will maintain a cyclicity of 4. See, 3, 9, 7, 1. 3, 9, 7, 1. These 4 digits will come back at the units place for 3 to the power x, which means any number of the form 3 to the power 4k will have the unit digit of 1. And definitely this part looks like 3 to the power 4k, which means the unit digit of this part will be 1, which will be the rightmost non-zero digit, which is why your answer is 1. Fantastic effort from most of you. Those who have answered, it was absolutely correct. Your answer will be 1. Very good, guys. Nice. So let me look at the next question now. Please try this. Yes, Otoshi, definitely I will explain. I'll explain what does it mean. See, it actually is a very interesting question. You probably you have learned the formula for AP and GP long back, but then you do not even need to apply that formula. Let me tell you why. Yes, Siddhant, very good effort. See, please understand. If, when so what did they say? If I start with term 1, term 2, etc. So I have a situation where the sum up to, you know, uh, the first 11 terms is equal to uh, the sum up to 19 terms. When is that possible? Please understand, this is possible only when the sum from term 12 up to term 19 will be 0. So all I am saying is the sum from term 12 up to term 19 is 0. And when is that possible? That is possible when from term 12 to term 19, half of these terms cancel each other. For example, if these terms are negative and these terms are positive, they will each cancel each other. Do you understand? So if I can tell you the exact situation out here, consider up to term 15 and from term 16 up to term 19. So term 15 will cancel term 16 and so on. And then finally term 12 will cancel term 19. So that is the only situation when this is possible. So which is why I'm saying some of these terms will be negative and some of these terms will be positive. So every negative minus k will cancel the positive plus k, which are equidistant from the point 0. Now consider up to term 30. Now since this is term 15, which means for term 30, half the terms are here and half the terms are here. So term 1 and term 30 are equidistant from 0. So they will also cancel each other. Similarly, term 2 will cancel term 29 and so on, which means each of these terms up to term 15 will cancel each of these terms starting from term 16 to term 30, which is why your answer will be 0, right? So your answer to this question will be 0. I hope that was clear. Yes, Shubhankar, very good. Swapnoj and Shabir, very, very good. Very, very good, guys. So your answer is definitely 0. Great effort being put in from most of you. So your answer is 0. I hope that was clear, right? So let me now look at the next one, please. Please try this, guys. Remember, all these questions are taken from actual papers of different kind of exams that I showed in the beginning, different kind of aptitude tests like MBA entrance tests or government jobs, right? So please try these questions. These are very, very interesting ones. Please try this. Right, Siddhant, you need to speak to Shubhendu for that after the session. You need to speak to Shubhendu. And please don't worry, Siddhant, although your first time in this platform, let me tell you, I have been teaching on this platform for quite a few years, and I have seen many students who come in the platform for the first time. Within 1 week, they become extremely comfortable with the platform. It is no rocket science. In fact, what you're studying in BTech is much more difficult than handling this platform. This is very, very easy. It just works like any other video conferencing platform. And this is the easiest of the video conferencing platforms that exist in use in India, at least, right? So please continue with the class. Please try this question. All right, so I'm getting a couple of answers. Otoshi has answered. Okay, Otoshi, very good effort, Otoshi. Anyone else? So Otoshi probably has understood it correct in terms of the pattern that will be there. In fact, if you look at, they have given A1 and A2, right? Now, what will be A3? Can someone tell me? A3 will be A2 minus A1, right? By definition. So A3 will be A2 minus A1, which means it will be minus 19 minus 81.33, which will be, minus 100.33. So what about A4? Of course, it will be minus 100.33 plus 19 this time, right? which will be, of course, equal to minus 81.33. Now, what about A5? That will be minus 81.33 plus 100.33, right? Which will be plus 19. Then A6 will be 19 plus 81.33, which is 100.33. Just one more term and we are almost done. A7 will be 100.33 minus 19, which is 81.33. So you see, uh, again, A8, if you count, if you calculate, you will get minus 19. So all these terms will come back from A7, right? And surprisingly and interestingly, if you look at up to from A1 up to A6, you get a positive and negative of of all these terms. Minus 19 will get cancelled, minus 100.33 will get cancelled, which means the effective sum of the first 6 terms will be 0. So for every 6 terms, if the sum is 0, then up to 6,000 terms, the sum has to be 0, right? So they're asking about the sum up to 6,000 second term. So that will be only the summation of first 2 terms, because those 2 terms will be back after 6,000 terms. So if you add these 2 terms, remember you have to add these 2 terms, definitely your answer will be 62.33. Right, guys? So your answer to this question will be 62.33. Very good, Atoshi Ondrila, very good. Right? So that is your answer, 62.33. Chalo. So please try this question. In fact, I'm just skipping to another interesting one. Chalo, please try this one. Okay, so I am getting many answers. Let me see. It's becoming very, very interesting, guys. Okay, so let me frame a table just to see if it becomes clear. First of all, I need to consider dry grapes on one side and fresh grapes on the other side. Now they have said Fresh grapes contain 90% water by weight. While dry grapes contain 20% of those, 20% of water. So what is the rest of the portion? That is solid pulp, right? Which will be 80% in case of dry grapes, and of course it will be 10% in case of fresh grapes. Now what is the objective here? Objective is to make 20 kgs, objective is to make dry grapes from 20 kgs of fresh grapes. Now, how do you make that from fresh grape? How do you make dry grapes? Of course, you dry it, which means you evaporate water, you boil it out. But remember, the amount of pulp will not change. So what I'm trying to tell you is 10% of 20 kgs, that is 2 kg, that is a solid pulp. So in dry grape also, I will have 2 kgs of solid pulp, right? Now remember, this 2 kg has to be 80% of the total. And 80% is, so I am assuming the total of dry grapes required is D. So that is equal to 2 kg. So so 80% is 4/5, right? So then what is the value of D, guys? What is the value of D? Yes, it will be 2.5 kgs. Yes, Otoshi Shubhankar, absolutely right. Okay. Yes, Orpon, I'll explain. See, at the last part I said, you need to have the same amount of pulp both in the dry and the fresh grapes, which is 2 kgs. But they have said in dry grapes, you will have 80% of pulp because you have only 20% of water. So can I not say that 80% of D will be equal to 2 kgs, which is why I have written this. And 80% is 4/5. So 4/5 of D will be equal to 2 kgs. So that way D can be found out to be 5/2. Right? So D is 5/2, which is 2.5. Right, guys?